a big warm welcome to my guest in the studio this afternoon. It's Nigel Richards. Hello, Nigel. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You've had a bit of a crazy journey here, haven't you?
Just a bit, yeah. You know, one broken down car and it just came to a halt. So.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't take much, does it, in this heat? And you don't want to be stuck in traffic in the heat, do you?
Not really, no. But I'm not complaining about it being warm, to be honest.
No. Anyway, you're here now, and that's the main thing. So you're going to tell us a bit about PurpleCoat Productions and the Homecoming, which is on at 53.2 as part of the GM Fringe.
Yeah, we're producing, again, the Homecoming, Harold Pinter's The Homecoming at 53.2. It was done before in 2013 in Liverpool, where it went down really well. And PurpleCoat have got a reputation, you know, for doing productions in Liverpool and Manchester and around the UK in general. And we feel that this particular play really suits the venue because all of the action, if you know The Homecoming, takes place in a living room, small living room in a 1960s terraced house. So you really feel as if you're in the room with them when you're in a small venue.
Yeah. So this is going to be on middle of July, so it's about just under a month's time.
Yeah, from the 12th to the 15th of July.
Now, it's supported by Stephen Fry and Judi Dench.
Well, yes, I mean, the actual production company is. I mean, we're very happy to say that. I mean, they give a lot of support. And the way that the productions work with PurpleCoat is you have a mixture of established actors, people beginning to learn their craft, and people sort of all points in between. So it works really well in that you've got everybody is at different stages of their career. So people are learning all the time. Obviously, the old stages are learning from the new people as well, new techniques and new attitudes and new way to play it. And the company itself is very well regarded. I mean, I don't say that just for myself. I mean, as a whole, they put on some fantastic productions. And this particular play, the last time it was done in 2013, got fantastic reviews. We're hoping for the same again here. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Pinter, so. But yeah, I mean, the production company is, we're quite proud of it.
Yeah. So how long has PurpleCoat Productions been going?
I think about 10 years now. I'm not sure exactly, but it's roughly 10 years altogether that we've been putting things together. Short films, feature films, I mean, films of the plays that we've done, but mostly the thing that we like to do best is live performance in the theatre.
Yeah. So have you been with the PurpleCoat for quite some time?
Just for 2 years.
Right.
I'm somebody new into it. The others have been around longer. Some of the people, obviously the younger people, they pass through quite quickly and on to bigger and better things perhaps. But the 2 years that I've been involved have been fantastic, I must say.
Yeah. So the sort of the directors, have they been there from the start?
Carl has. Carl's the main man. I think he's been there all the time as far as I can tell. He'll probably correct me when I see him next and say, no, I haven't, but it feels like it. Yeah. But the way that it works is it's very much like a sort of old-fashioned repertory, you know. I mean, everybody's working together on different productions. People come in and out in the cast in different productions, so we support each other. Yeah.
So how many people are actually in the Homecoming?
Oh, I've got to count it now. Let me see. There's 7.
Right.
7 people, altogether.
Yeah. Obviously, Carl's the director, but there is Ali as well, wasn't there?
Ali as well, who plays Ruth, if anybody knows the play. Yeah. She has a particularly interesting role because I don't want to give too much away for those that are going to come and see it, but her character certainly develops in unexpected ways during the whole performance. Right. And the rest of us, it's quite interesting. I mean, the way that Pinter writes it, and hopefully the way that we portray it, is that you have to decide yourself the motivation behind these characters, what's driving them. Pinter doesn't really give too much away in terms of stage directions or character development. So different people play it different ways, but as the performance goes on, it's written in such a way that the characters sort of come alive in your own imagination. You decide what's happening, you decide what the backstory is in a way.
Yeah, so it's very, very demanding role.
It is a very demanding role, but great fun to play. The characters like this, when you get offered them, I mean, you do grab with both hands. Yeah, definitely.
How much sort of rehearsal do you have to do for these sort of... quite a lot, I should imagine.
Well, you do quite a lot. I mean, It's not as much as you would do in something like Shakespeare or a big production where there are lots of people. There's no musical numbers, there's no singing. It all takes place in a very confined space. But because of that, you've got to be very careful about how you use the space, because you don't want everybody just sort of falling over each other or all taking up one corner. And you've got to make it feel like the living room of a very run-down and seedy 1960s terraced house. So really, it's rehearsing the movement rather than the actual lines.
Yeah.
The lines you can learn fairly easily because it's not written in very florid language. It's written in everyday language. So it's quite easy to sort of get it into, subsume it into yourself.
Yeah. When you're putting something on, I know a lot of people on the Fringe, it's stuff they've written themselves, but when you're actually performing a well-known writer's play, does it give you that sort of thing that I need to get this really, put it over really well?
It does. I mean, what you've probably got is people who've seen other productions, obviously. They might have seen the original in the 1960s, or they might have seen a more recent production. So they might be judging you against that. But in terms of the character itself, I mean, I personally avoid watching any other version of it. You know, I haven't looked for anything online or on video or on DVD to see how anybody else has done it. I'm playing a character called Sam, who's a chauffeur. I've basically given him the persona that I think he should have. It'd be interesting to see it after the production. I'll hurry off and try and see what people have done with it previously and how we've interpreted it.
Yeah, you don't want to scare yourself, do you, by watching a production and say, I'm never going to be able to do it as good as him?
Not really, no. I mean, and some of the great actors that have played, you know, these parts in Pinter plays before can be sort of, I mean, hopefully you view it afterwards and you think to yourself, I didn't do too badly though. I think we got it across.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll let the audience be the judge.
Yeah. Now, it's on from the 12th to the 15th of July at 53.2.
Yes.
And it's at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Is it roughly an hour or?
No, it's probably, I think, about an hour to hour and 45 minutes, depending on the length of the interval. So if we say 2 hours, we'd be safe.
Yeah. And tickets are £10, and you can get a concession for £8.
You can.
Which is pretty good, really, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, obviously people sometimes think that when you have to pay, it's an expense you could do without. But I mean, it does cost money to put these productions on. And with PurpleCoat, you know, the money is always ploughed back into other performances. Nobody really takes any money out of this. We plough it back into the next production and helping the next set of actors come along and have a go at something good. We
mentioned The Homecoming by Harold Pinter. We've got about a minute. So we wanted to mention The Big Day, didn't we, quickly?
We did, yeah. We were just talking about, it was a short film which was made by PurpleCoat. It was filmed in Manchester, and it was made the shortlist of the Virgin Media Shorts Awards. Didn't win, but it made the shortlist, so that's something. That's and it just basically an example of all the different things that we're involved in, live theatre and films of all lengths. We hope to encourage people in whatever they want to do it all the time. And to say to people, if you want to see something, go and see a show. Not necessarily ours, but definitely get yourself to a show in the Fringe.
Yeah. Nigel, thank you for coming in. I'm glad you got through all the traffic and everything.